Alright, on this episode of would you rather spend the night in a room full of anacondas, which is Yam's position, he would rather do that, or would you rather spend the night in a room full of tigers? And that will be my position. Yam, you have the floor.
Yes, I do. The thing about the anaconda is you can maybe fight it off. That's the big silver lining to this thing. You have a chance to survive, maybe kill it. Or if there are multiple, then you're kind of screwed, but you could at least take one out with you. Tigers, multiple tigers, they're going to mollywonk you as soon as the door shuts behind you. They're going to disembowel you in the most violent way possible and rip you limb from limb.
This is where you're wrong. What is a tiger? Let's dig deep here. What is it?
A big vicious cat that's going to kill you.
It's a cat. It is a domesticated house cat with big teeth and some claws. All you have to do is break it in, teach it some rules. Guess what? It'll curl up next to you and want you to pet it. It'll rub up against your leg. It's not going to do me any harm. An anaconda will strangle me to death or bite my hand off in just one fell swoop. He's going to kill me and make sure it's slow and painful for me. A tiger, let's say it does go rogue and attacks me. I'll be dead in minutes, all right? I'm not going to be dead over a couple of hours while a snake tries to swallow me whole.
Never had cats, have you, Mr. I'm allergic to cats? You
No.
can't. They cannot be trained. They will do things just to spite you. How do I know? I've had 2 cats. I've had 2 cats that I loved. You know how they showed their love back? They puked in my bed. And urinated on my bed. Right before I was going to go to sleep. And you are not going to domesticate a wild tiger. It's 8 feet long. Weighs about 800 pounds. It is going to rip you in half like a phone book and feast on your innards. I could at least maybe kill an anaconda. You're not some 19th century lion tamer out of the circus with a stool and a whip. That's not how it's going down, son. You are going to die a painful, horrible death. And you're not even going to have a chance to throw a punch. I, on the other hand, I'm not going down to a series of very expensive wallets or boots.
First off, no, I have not had a pet cat. Second of all, have you tried ripping a phone book? I can't do that by hand. Those things are thick. So your argument is stupid there. Anyway, the thing with anacondas, say you try and ride the anaconda to try and escape certain death. What's it going to do? Curl in on itself and strangle you. I can at least buy a little bit of time by riding the tiger around. Just hop on its back. Doesn't know what to do. It's not a horse where it'll buck me off. It just tries to rear its head back and try and get me. Guess what? I killed a couple hours right there. I can spend pretty much the whole night there just by switching from cat to cat, you know? It's not going to be a problem for me. And if my biggest worry is that a tiger is going to urinate where I'm planned to sleep for the night, I don't think I'll have a problem. Just imagine an anaconda coming at you and trying to swallow your entire head, followed by the rest of your body. Not going to be a pleasant experience. I guarantee it. I could get some new friends and some new house pets out of spending the night with the tigers. Needless, I mean, what's the biggest Las Vegas act ever aside from Wayne Newton?
Siegfried and Roy.
Siegfried and Roy, with the exception of one time.
That the tiger viciously ripped the throat out of Roy or whoever.
With the exception of that one time, they had a great loving relationship.
Let's just say you domesticate big, wild, man-eating kitty. Yeah. Roy's big, man-eating kitty got pissed one day and ripped his throat out and damn near killed him. Do you really want that as a house pet? No. And, you know,
I'm not talking about making it a house pet. I'm talking about spending a night with it. I think I can handle that.
I don't think you could. I think it will kill you. I think it will put your tiny, fat little head in its jaws and crush it. Like a drunk man dropping a cinder block on a cantaloupe. Just... And you know, if they're gonna find my corpse the next day, I'd rather it be a man-looking outline inside of a big-ass snake than a pile of blood, bones, and feces and urine in the corner of a room.
I think it's very obvious the tiger would be the better choice here. It's a cat, and we can all handle cats. They may scratch and claw at you, but guess what? They're just a fur ball inside, and that's all that really matters.
Just think about it. You kill an anaconda. That's man's game right there. You kill the anaconda, you can have yourself a pair of kick-ass boots and a wallet and a purse for your lady.